Hello, Pratmesh. Am I audible?
Yes,
Your voice is not audible.
now,
Still louder.
hello.
Yeah, now it's audible. Uh, I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
So right now, what I'll do is I'll cover the today's session. Once we are done with this, we'll just review your exercises and all. Okay.
Okay.
So you can have a heading that is lesson number 5 or 6, I think. It's patterning. Revolve. I will cover after this. Okay. This is patterning now. So we're gonna deal with each and every patterns. Let's start one by one. And here you can see this is the cutout which I need to pattern along x direction as well as z direction by referring this coordinate system here. So this is the patterns drop down. Here you're gonna get all the types of patterns. Let's say I want the linear pattern. Select it. In the direction one, it will ask you for the edge reference. Just select the edge, and in the features you define features which and all you want. From this drop down also you can able to select it, the cutout, and here also you can directly select it, fillets and the outer fillets. Okay, once you select it, you can define the values here. It's in the form of inches. So let me just change the unit system here from custom to mmgs. Okay, and then you can directly go to linear pattern. You can see the unit system got changed. So according to these, you can see the fillet, extrude and fillet got added. Here you can define the dimension, let's say 50, and I need number of instances as 6 more, can minimize it to 5. Okay, so this is along one direction. Now I need along second direction also. You can use the direction 2 and you can define this direction, and same thing, how many instances you want you can add it like this. Okay, now there might be some chances you need to remove the some of the instances. So we have the option called instances to skip. You can simply select the purple points so that that particular instances will be removed. Any doubts here?
No.
Okay, this is simple glimpse about the linear pattern, and now we'll switch to circular pattern. Okay, and in this model I want this particular extrude and fillet should be patterned along the reference of the cylinder. So you can choose the circular pattern. It will ask you for the direction reference. Actually I need the axis, right? But if you select the circular edge or a circular surface, automatically it will recognize the axis. Okay, remember that. And here you can directly select the features which you want to copy, and here equal spacing is already active, and the instances, so you can add the instances, and you can manually define the degrees, but the software knows that we are weak with maths, right? So we have this equal spacing. Software automatically tries to calculate the distances in the form of degrees, and it will space them. Even instances to skip is active over there. Okay, now in some cases this is the case. Now I need to pattern this particular slot along the center of this pocket. What to do now? Any suggestions?
No idea actually.
One
No
way is
idea.
you can select any of the plane. From the origin you can draw a reference line or an axis. Okay, Otherwise, by using the reference geometry, you can create the axis using two planes, that is this and this. Wherever they coincident, no, at that location it will automatically create the axis. But in short, I need the axis at the center, because at the axis at the center, no, there is no reference. Now we have it. Now you can directly select the circular pattern, axis and the feature. That's all. Clear?
Yes, yes.
And now we have the mirror. Now my requirement is entire body, okay, all the features should be mirrored with respect to this reference, okay. But you can see the plane, there is no plane which is exactly at this location, right? And this plane is lying at here. So you can use the mirror from here as well as from here. Now I need all the things should be mirrored. So you can choose bodies to mirror. So all the bodies, like entire features, everything will be covered with respect to the face, okay. But the thing is, I don't need this hole should be mirrored that side. Apart from that hole, I need everything. What to do in that case? In that case, you can select the mirror, you can select the face. Before that, I need the features. Select all the features, okay. And from this feature, you simply select this one, that is diameter 10 hole. It is here, right? You can simply uncheck from here, otherwise you can delete it from here. Both options are okay. And then select the face, green check. Only that feature will be eliminated and remaining things will be mirrored. Any doubts here?
No.
Now the next thing is to deal with the curve driven pattern. Let's say on this face, I'll simply draw a curve from the center of this, like this, okay. On this curve, this particular pattern should, like the cutout should pattern. So for that you can use this option, that is curve driven pattern, and you can select the sketch and select the feature. I need this whole should be patterned. So there are a few options here. You can select the number of instances, how much you want. If you want, you can add up the equal spacing, okay. So automatically software gonna place it with respect to equal spacing. Otherwise, if you want to define the manual dimensions, you can define it between the two ordinates like this, okay. So this is one of the advanced tool to have the patterns along the curves, okay. And now there might be some cases I need my pattern should be placed at all the corners as well as on these points where I have added, okay. So what to do now? Same thing here. We have the option called sketch driven pattern. You can simply select the sketch, and from here you can choose the hole. You can see wherever you add the points over there, it will create the pattern. My question is, instead of creating entire sketch, if I simply place the point, will it create the pattern? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Let's check that one. I'll select the sketch driven pattern. From here the sketch and the feature. Got it? Remember that. And now one more is the fill. Okay, before that I'll eliminate these all. Now I need to place it exactly at the center. Let me just take this one, delete this this dimension as well as this. I'll simply drag and drop this point here, center. You can even track like this from here as well as from here for your convenience. Remember that shortcut. Okay, once you are done with this, you can utilize the fill. Okay, so the feature is this, the boundary is this. Okay, and the feature is this cutout, and you can define the dimensions accordingly. You can see, so this kind of structures you would have seen on ventilators and ACs and all, right? Fridges and TVs and all, TV
Yes.
sound boxes and all. So you can use these all the options, the different types are there. Accordingly you can set up your patterns. Okay, next thing is to deal with the coordinate system. I'll add the coordinate system at the center of this. Otherwise you can create the coordinate system at this point. You can align accordingly, but it is along XYZ direction, fine for me. Now I want to utilize the table driven pattern. So here you need to define the coordinate system, so automatically got added. The feature I need to pattern is this. Okay, now according to that the coordinates will be available. You can define it. The first one I'll mention it as 0 comma 0 is there. I'll make it 10 10. Okay, you can see it got placed over there. With respect to coordinate system, you can add it. Okay, like this. Any doubts here? Clear, no?
Sir, where it is used?
Where it is used? Practically there are some cases.
Yes.
Let me just showcase this one only, no, so you can understand. Okay, let's say this is the cutout now. They need exactly somewhere here, so they can utilize the coordinate system from the center and they can define the coordinates. So in practical scenarios where we can implement these all the stuffs, there are some cases like windows and all, train windows and even the airplane windows and all, or like I'm just giving the scenarios. Okay, there might be some cases after certain interval we need to increase the length and then we need to decrease it, right? So in that cases you can use the coordinate system. So actually the practical approach is into automotives and heavy equipment designs. So right now you just remember this concept. Okay,
Okay.
and now the last one is variable pattern. So here now you need to select the feature which you want to pattern. Okay, and accordingly the dimensions will be added. It will ask you to create the table pattern. So here you should add everything. The dimensions which and all needed. Okay, and now you can create the patterns accordingly. So let me just add one more row. So here D3 is 44.3, this one, right? If you want you can modify this, so it should be 50 for me. D1 6.35, this, so it should be 45 plus this 55 on an average, and then there should be 6.35, this one, so again it should be 55 for me. and the d4 it's 25, and I'll keep it 30. Okay, you can see the patterns with respect to dimensions they got updated. Getting? Like
Yes,
this you
yes.
can create n number of patterns as per your requirement. This is table driven pattern. Any doubts?
So add कैसे किया वो dimensions?
What? Double click on it. You just need to double
Dimension
click on
add
it.
कैसे किया? Okay.
Delete. If you want to add it, just double click or single click. So it is already added. Added. You just need to select the dimensions. Okay, that's all. So it will add over there like this. And now you can make the changes to our. If you want one more instances, you can add it from here. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, this is all about patterns, and I think one more is left. Now here you need to answer me. This is the kind of switchboard. I want this should be patterned here one as well as here one. So I need to what to do. Which pattern I can use? You suggest me now.
Linear.
Okay, linear. As I said, I'll go to linear. Then for the direction, I'll select this edge. Okay, and the second direction I need this side also. I'll select this edge. The direction should be changed. Both are towards this one. I'll reverse one this side, and the feature should be this one. Okay, and the number of instances should
Yes,
be
yes.
2, and here it should be 2, and the dimension should be 30, and this also should be 30. Okay, now my question is, here you can see number of instances 2, and here also 2. 2 plus 2 how much?
4.
But here how much? Only 3 are there. In this case what happens is, if I click on green check, software says both patterning directions are parallel. To avoid the performance impact, use pattern seed only. So what it does, it will have this option that is seed pattern. So if the patterns are implementing on each other, we should use this seed pattern so that we can have a clear output. Remember that, this seed pattern. So if you have the merging patterns, you should use the seed pattern to get the result. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubts in patterning?
पर सर 1 दिया तो आपने.
One and one on the another.
Okay.
कुछ डाउट है?
Yes. नहीं मतलब 2 के जगह 1 दिया तो कैसा?
2 के जगह 1 दिया तो होगा भी नहीं ना. ये देखो, if I give 1, it won't happen. लेगा भी नहीं वो. अभी देखो, सिंपल चीज़ है. आई जस्ट डिलीट दिस वन. ओके, अभी मैंने लीनियर पैटर्न यूज़ किया. सॉरी. And if I select the edge as a reference, and if I choose the feature of this, and as I said, if I define 1, it won't go back. It should be 2. Okay,
Okay.
the original one and the plus pattern one.
Okay.
I hope clear.
Yes.
Okay, then so you can have a practice on it. So if you are free, I am gonna take one more session, revolving. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay then, so we'll cover the revolve feature today. So concentrate on it, take your time, 30 seconds. By just saying this, you need to tell me how to design this. As a design engineer, if you're the design engineer, how you gonna design it? 8:33, 1 minute.
So designing only the half part of it.
I don't know anything. I need the final product like this. This should be the my like final model. How you gonna start and how you gonna end it? How should I start?
I will go in sketch,
Yeah, I know that sketch, but which one you draw the first?
the bigger circle.
Okay, good. We'll see one by one. Okay. Now the first thing is hub, the center part. Okay. We'll draw the sketch and we'll revolve it. Okay. Once you are done with this, the bigger one, the slot. Okay. We'll revolve it, and then the sweep and the circular pattern accordingly, and then finally creating the cutouts and fillets. Shall we do that?
Yes.
Concentrate now. Now I'm gonna deal with this center part to have a brief. You can see these are the dimensions: 45, 16, 10 and 25 diameter and the 4. To deal with this, I'll open a new part template. Okay, I'll select the front plane. I'll use the line tool. I'll draw a rough sketch like this. The first line from here it should be an arc for me like this, and I'll close it. Okay, this should not be at the center. I'm gonna delete these geometric relations so that I can move this one inside. Fine. And now this should be reference axis, so that if you define the dimension between reference axis, you can add the diameter if you move away from this reference axis. Remember that. Okay,
Okay.
if you define the reference axis inside the design or the drawing, if you move away from the center axis, it's gonna define the diameter values. It should be 25 for me. Okay, the design got changed. I'll simply vary it like this, and these two should be vertical for me, right? And still it is moving. What I can do now, I'll define the remaining dimensions. This should be 10. Okay, and from here to here it should be how much? 16, right? And then same thing, this should be again 25, and totally from here to here it should be how much? 45, right? But still this is underdefined,
Yes.
and you can see here this is 4, right? Am I audible?
Yes.
I need to define this dimension
Yes.
here. To define the minimum distance between the arc and the edge, hold the shift, write it down, hold the shift, select the arc and the, first you need to select the smart dimension, this side is the shortcut, select the arc and the edge. You can see minimum distance got selected. Okay, and finally you can add the fillet at these locations. Fillet should be 5 mm. Any doubts here? Once your sketch is ready, you can directly go to features and revolve. It shows the sketch is open because I have added the reference axis. It will ask you if it is open, it will create the thin feature. So I don't want the thin feature. I want it should be automatically closed. I'll say yes. So that it should create a closed feature. Okay, 360 curve.
Okay.
I'm done with that. Now the next thing is to create this one. So the dimensions of this is 30 and 25. Okay, and from the top edge it is 6 mm above, and total diameter is 170. We'll do the same. Again I'll select the front plane. Here we have the slot. Okay, just select it, draw a slot like this, and now I need to define the dimension. So from the origin to this I need to add the diameter. So what to do? If you want to add the diameter values, you need the reference axis. Remember that. From here to here, right? It should be $170. Need to cross check. Okay, 25, 30 and 6. From this edge to the center, it is 6. Okay, now here I need to add the maximum distance, that is of 30 and 25. So how to do that? If I simply select the smart dimension and if I select these two arcs, it will take the center to center distance. So if you want the maximum, what you can do is hold the shift, select the two arcs, so it will take the maximum distance. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubts?
Hold shift.
And select the arc, two arcs.
Uh,
Now I'll add the revolve feature along this axis, 360 degrees. Okay, and the next thing is to deal with the sweep feature. Okay, sweep in the sense for this. You can see there are two sketches. Let me take this one first. The dimension of this, you can see the radius 29 and the 55 he has taken. Now to draw that, I need these sketches into reference. You can use the show options by just clicking on these icons so that you can refer these. Now again I'll select the front plane. Now I'll use the line tool. I'll draw a line like this, the first reference, and taking the center point as my reference, I'll go here by just using the reference. I'll add one more line like this, and then I need two circles which should be tangent to this as well as this, and again these two should be tangent to each other, and then I'll trim which is not required for me. So once you are done with this, finally you need to define the dimensions. They should be 29 as well, they should be 29, and from the origin to this point, right, it should be 50. Okay, my path is ready. Now I need the ellipse should be added here at the center, so I'll simply select an ellipse from here. I don't know where exactly I need to place it. I'll simply add it now. Okay, I'll use the distance between these two should be how much? I don't know the value. Let me just add it for now. 15. Okay, and you can see still it is rotating. So what you can do is you can select these two and you can make it horizontal, so that should be fully defined. For the circle you don't need to do it. Let me cross check the dimension of that ellipse. Okay, so you can exit, you can check this one. It is 12 and 14. Okay,
Okay.
there should be 14. So path and the, sorry, it shouldn't be here, it should be at exactly this point. Okay, on this ellipse. So I need to create a plane on this, right? To do that, see, this ellipse should be on the path line of this, right? If you want to use the spline, so I should have created on this point. You can do it right now also by just editing this one and just removing the center point geometry and just drag and dropping on the this origin point. This is one way. Okay, another way is you can use the features plane on this point and the path. Okay, it will create a plane on that, and on this plane you can draw the same. Now let's use a smart dimension, define the dimension. These are the two ways, but still it is underdefined. Why? Because ellipse can rotate, the diameters will change, major and minor, so I need to define them as horizontal so that they should be fully defined. Now my path is ready, my profile is ready. You can hide the unnecessary sketches. Okay, go to features and use sweep. Here it's gonna ask you the path, select the path, and here profile. Sorry, this is the profile and this is the path line. Okay, remember that.
Yes.
So once you define it, you have the feature ready. Now I need to circular pattern it. Go to circular pattern, just select the feature, and here you select this one. How many instances? I need 3. Okay, any doubts up to here?
Yes. No.
Okay, next thing is to create this feature. I want to add this one. Okay, the diameter of this is 20. Okay, what I'll do is I'll select this face. On this face, wherever I'll simply sorry, I'll draw diameter 30. Sorry, I need one more. I'll add it as 15. Okay, so I'll exit the workbench. Now I need to extrude it. I'll go to features, I'll extrude it towards about 10. If I do that, you can see at the bottom it will create a gap, right? What to do now? Any suggestions? We should have created a plane somewhere here from the top, right? Giving the distance. Is it?
Or sir, from mid plane if we extrude.
Yes, from mid plane if we extrude it both side equal, it gonna extrude. No.
Yes.
So that is again the mistake. So here advanced option is, can you see this option? Direction 2 up to next.
Yes.
Remember these all the shortcuts. Okay, like this you can define. Clear?
So can you show it again?
Yep, can see this one, right? Direction 2
Yes.
to next option.
Okay. Yes.
These are the few shortcuts. Clear?
Yes.
So today we have covered two sessions. So practice the exercises as well as the case studies and just showcase your steps. So right now I'm gonna reshare the link because anyway it's gonna close here. Okay, so that we can
Okay.
just have a look on your exercises.
Yes.
I'll stop the recording.